What's good, everybody, man? Welcome back to another episode of the Daily Rundown, hosted by your boy, Simp God. I am back in the building, streaming to Twitter, YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, you name it. We're streaming every goddamn where. We're streaming every goddamn where. All right, so look, the link is pinned. But before I get into that, man, I got listen. I got this song I gotta play. I got this artist that I'm falling in love with her. She's absolutely dope. And she got a message for y'all. Let's go. Hey. Yeah, we like that message by Mana Leo. All the 9 blacks to the back. Period, nigga. How dare y'all diss Jasmine Crocket, a black queen? Another day of black men being buck broken, and because they can't go at the real enemy, who is the white T men who are shooting up HBCUs, threatening HBCUs because Daddy Charlie died. We got to have a real conversation about y'all and the type of that y'all be on, starting with Stephen A. Smith. Yeah, we're going directly into it. So Stephen A. Smith he had a lot to say recently about Jasmine Crocket, our dear sister Jasmine Crocket. Now, I was able to go through YouTube and find, because he took the video down, but I found the clip of when he was talking the most shit. He was talking the most shit about Jasmine Crocket. Let's go look at that video now. It's going down. If you haven't heard it here, so if you haven't heard it before, you're going to hear it here first, all right? And please, please, please share the video out to your friends and family, loved ones, and anybody else that might be interested in a genuine conversation that doesn't depict black people as demonstrous. Let's go ahead and see what Mr. Smith got to say about this one. All right, let's see.
Aren't you there to find a way to get stuff done as opposed to just being an impediment to what Trump wants? How much work goes into that? I'm just going to go off about Trump, cuss him out every chance I get, say the most derogatory, incendiary things imaginable, and that's my day's work. That ain't work. Work is saying that's the man in power. I know what his agenda is. I'm not exactly in a position to stop him since the Republicans have the Senate and the House. But maybe if I'm willing to work with this man, I might get something out of it for my constituency. Because like Joe Manchin said, he's there to represent, or was there for 15 years to represent, the people of West Virginia. She's supposed to be there to represent the people of Texas. I don't know. Maybe that just sounds ignorant because it's so simple. But it ain't that damn complicated. We make it complicated. Damn, it's frustrating.
So that's what he had to say? No. He said more. Let's go ahead and go to what I found on Twitter. He said more. Let's see.
I'm like, is that how Jasmine Crocket chooses to express herself? I'm like, is that going to help your district in Texas? Aren't you there to find a way to get stuff done as opposed to just being in an...
Oh, that's the same clip? It's the same clip? Damn, Jasmine Crocket, finding a motherfucker. Boy. Nigga don't even see Scarlett Johansson right there next to her. Of course, we got Anton and Daniels speaking about it. Don't worry about it. Oh, we got another clip. This is a clip I was looking for. Here we go.
I've listened to Jasmine Crocket. Both AOC and Jasmine Crocket are welcome on this show. I respect the hell out of both of them. I'm not here to disrespect anybody. I'm only talking about what strategy is going to work. When I hear Jasmine Crocket talking about how I'm just against all things and everything Trump, is that legislating? Isn't it an obligation that you have to come up with something? If the other party is in office, you have to go from thinking that you're going to get what you want if your party was in the White House, and instead transitioning to how can I work with the other party to get some of what I want, because I know I'm not going to get most of what I want because they won the election. I've listened to.
So I have a list of Jasmine Crockett's accomplishments and her education put up here. But before I go to that, let's hear what my Michigander brother, Anton Daniels, had to say about this, because we're going to talk about Anton shortly. Anton was online crying about how he wasn't invited to the Hudson building and their premiere, which is, the new $1 billion, fucking piece of real estate downtown Detroit, right? Wow. You know what? But let's stay focused, because every single day, broken black men get online and attack black women for simply being greater than those black men. They do not like black women that think for themselves. They do not like black women that actually know how to make choices for themselves. They call that masculine. They do not like black women that are out here on the front lines trying to get laws passed. And these women are actually doing things in the community. Stephen A. Smith is not doing shit in his community. Anton Daniels is not doing shit in his community. All right? Let's just be honest about who these black men are. All right? Let's see what Anton had to say about Jasmine Crocket in the situation with Stephen A. Smith.
Take a listen to what I had to say last week, please. You Jasmine Crocket or somebody like that. Ladies, I respect. Intelligent women, no doubt. But how a Jasmine Crocket chooses to express herself, I'm like, is that going to help your district in Texas? Aren't you there to find a way to get stuff done, as opposed to just being an impediment to what Trump wants? How much work goes into that? I'm just going to go off about Trump, cuss him out every chance I get, say the most derogatory, incendiary things imaginable, and that's my day's work. That ain't work. Work is saying that's.
Well, coincidentally, since we're here and you want to criticize what she does as work, I have it put up right here. Don't worry about it. I got it put up for you. Google Gemini. Had Google Gemini break it down for me. Okay. Here is a detailed overview of Jasmine Crockett's education, background, and her notable career accomplishments. Jasmine Felicia Crocket is a prominent African-American politician and attorney. An attorney? That means she already has more education than Anton already. That means she already has more education than Stephen A. Smith already. She's also currently serving as a Democratic member of the United States House of Representatives from Texas. She has quickly gained a national profile for her sharp legal mind, fiery debate style, and her staunch defense of progressive causes. Early life. Crocket was born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri. She got her bachelor's degree at Rhodes College in Memphis, Tennessee. And in 2003, she graduated with her BA, Bachelor's of Arts in Business Administration. Following her undergrad studies, Jasmine Crocket pursued a legal education at the University of Houston Law Center. She earned her Juris Doctorate, also known as a JD, in 2009, equipping her with the legal expertise that would define the early part of her career. So again, she would go on to become a civil rights attorney. She would go on to get elected into the Texas House of Representatives. She would go on to work with Congress, right? So let's read that part. When veteran Congresswoman Eddie Bernice Johnson announced her retirement in 2012, she endorsed Jasmine Crocket as her successor. Jasmine won the election and now represents Texas' 30th congressional district in the House of Representatives. So again, man, this is someone who works directly in U.S. Congress, and she's still not respected because, let's be honest, black men do not want to respect a black woman, or any woman for that matter. Some of these men, they don't want to respect a woman that's doing more than they are doing. I came here for the facts and the facts only. Okay, let's keep going.
That's the man in power. I know what his agenda is. I'm not exactly in a position to stop him since the Republicans have the Senate and the House. But maybe if I'm willing to work with this man, I might get something out of it for my constituency. Because like Joe Manchin,
how can we be assured that we work with Trump, we're going to get what we want from Trump, when the people that voted for Trump did not even get the things that they voted for? The fuck are you talking about?
and said he's there to represent, or was there for 15 years to represent, the people of West Virginia. She's supposed to be there to represent the people of Texas. I don't know. Maybe that just sounds ignorant because it's so simple. But it ain't that damn complicated. We make it complicated. Damn, it's frustrating. It really can be. And all the verbiage and all the nonsense that I've heard over the last few days.
I'm really trying to understand what the backlash is and why people feel compelled to get upset at the fact that Stephen A. Smith actually had some constructive criticism. And when I say constructive criticism, it's truly constructive because he didn't say anything incendiary. He didn't go off about her looks. I mean, he was way nicer than I am when it comes to all of the nonsense and the cosplaying that comes along with Jasmine Crocket because, you know, according to different reports, Jasmine Crocket is really new, right? She didn't really grow up in the hood. She not all of that or whatever.
Do it matter, Anton? You did not grow up in the hood, Anton. You grew up in fucking Waterford, Michigan. All of us know that that's about 40 minutes away from Detroit. You didn't grow up in Detroit, bro. And it's all good. I grew up in fucking Brightmoor after my mom and I lived on the east side of Detroit. Pull up Anton high school transcript. See if he went to high school in Detroit. Pull up the middle school transcript. See if he went to middle school in Detroit. Or did he go to school surrounded by white men? Do your own research, dog. You don't got to believe me. But I want to hear more of what he say before I get directly into the next video.
And so she's out here actually imitating and cosplaying what the perpetual stereotype is of a black woman is by getting all extra with the butterfly eyelashes and all of the sassy.
Of course, we're not going to talk about the fact that she was a civil rights attorney. We're not going to talk about the fact that she was voted into a seat that the last person who had it, they directly picked her to be their successor. We're not going to talk about none of those different things, right, Anton? We're going to ignore the fact that this is a woman that does more for her community than you do. We're going to ignore the fact that Texas Monthly Magazine named her Freshman of the Year in 2020. Okay? We're going to ignore that she has been working in Bowie County, Texas as a public defender for years, helping black men and black women get justice. We're going to ignore that, right? We're going to ignore that she founded her own law firm known as Crocket Law Firm, PLLC, where she handled a very wide variety of cases, from criminal defense to personal injury to civil rights litigation. We're going to ignore all of those things and just talk about her fucking eyelashes.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
And this is why black women have an issue now talking to some of y'all, because y'all very disingenuous, very sassy, very angry, mean, bitter when y'all have these critiques of black women. And if we're being honest, they have more education than you. They're doing more, to be honest, for the country than you are. But let's hear more what Mr. Daniels has to say before I go to Stephen A. Apparently he had a response.
And all of the comments and stuff like that. And so Stephen A. Smith decided that he wanted to have constructive criticism and use his platform to maybe incentivize people to work together with the Trump administration because he doesn't necessarily disagree with everything that Trump is doing, so that Democrats like Jasmine Crocket could also hold power and then get some things for their constituents back where she's from in Dallas. But instead, they decided to reject them and then try to say cancel culture on Stephen A. Smith.
They are going to they're going to try to cancel Stephen A. Smith, and he deserved to be canceled. He absolutely deserved to be canceled. Why should we listen to a man who continuously talks shit about black women, but when it came to checking, Serena Williams' husband, he didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. When Serena Williams' husband was there, he didn't do nothing. And just as a reminder, let me play the clip because I want you guys to see everything. Right? I'm the sent God. All right. So let's see the problem and then let's see what happened there. So this is what originally happened. When Kendrick Lamar went to go perform at the Super Bowl, sorry, I'm getting messages. When Kendrick Lamar performed at the Super Bowl and he did Not Like Us, which is his annual diss against Drake, the God, right? Serena Williams popped up and she was crip walking and she was doing a number of other different things, right? So Stephen A. Smith had this to say. I don't think I can show y'all the video really, so I'm going to throw the overlay over that to kind of avoid a copyright strike. But this is clearly the video. All right, so let's go. Oh, what's up, Raj Will?
Like, let's just give her.
Well, you can say give her a props, but Shannon brought it up, so I'm going there. I'm going to be like, if I'm your husband, I'm like, why are you up there dancing or something?
I wanted my lick
trolling your ex.
And don't you mess up either, because I get my lick back on you too. I bet it like that.
But the Compton connection is the Compton. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The Compton connection.
She's from Compton.
No, yeah. We know that.
Even if you too. RC, you and I both know. Even if she's not from Compton, everybody knows her and Drake were together at one point in time. Right. And it seemed like everybody wanted to get their lick back on Drake.
RC's, what Stephen A. is saying, if he was in that situation and now he's married, he's not allowing none of that's happening.
Hold on, no.
That's what he said.
If I'm married and my wife is going to join trolling her ex, go back to his ass. Because clearly you don't belong with me. What you worried about him for and you with me?
I gotta get that lick back.
Go ahead, RC.
Stop it.
What?
Stop it, Stephen A.
This is true.
If you with Serena Williams, you're gonna be a kept man anyway. Don't start that.
Really?
You ain't gonna run the house. You're not gonna wear the pants.
You know about that.
You sure about that? Question?
Hold on.
RC's hilarious. He said you're gonna be a kept man.
Oh, hey, yeah.
Okay.
I think Alex is doing pretty well. He found Reddit. And he's so ready for a good fucking change. I think he okay.
Yeah, he got.
Like I said, I know Alex.
Hold on. Dio got something to say. Dio got something to say. Go ahead, Dio. You got something to say.
Stop.
He's raising his hand. We got hear from Dio.
I want to hear this one.
Well, I did not know that Serena dated Drake, so not everybody does, Shannon. Not surprisingly.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
So that was Stephen A. Smith before Serena Williams' husband pulled up. But Alex eventually made himself, he's a billionaire. They go every fucking where. So he said, hey, I guess I'll go over there and go ask Stephen A. Smith, what the fuck did you say about my fucking wife, pussy? Something like that. Let's watch it. Oh, let's listen to it.
Well, also too, Stephen A. Smith, I think you had some marriage advice for me. Is that right? Or
Well, you know what? Listen, I did it. People, headlines are headlines. We can get into that another time. But I was hoping you were going to be here. I'm not. Oh no, I am not qualified. Married? Right. Oh no, not me.
Pathetic. I want y'all to see his face real quick. I want y'all to see how weak Stephen A. is.
Listen, I didn't. People, headlines are headlines. We can get into that another time, but I
was hoping you were going to be here.
I am not qualified. Married?
Right.
Oh no, not me.
Well,
I ain't qualified, my brother. I'm not qualified.
I was going to ask because you hadn't been married before, right?
I am married.
No, see. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because I give advice to plenty of founders who want to build billion-dollar companies. And the reason I do that is because I build billion-dollar companies.
Yeah.
So I generally try to stay in my lane as advice
Then
department.
we'll talk marriage advice later. I'm
All
going
right.
13 years strong. We got you.
Oh, she saved this nigga Stephen A. Smith. What he was trying to say was, I can give advice about building billion-dollar companies, bitch, because I build billion-dollar companies. Have you ever been married at all? Well, no, I haven't been. Shut the fuck up then, Steven. That's why the basketball players don't respect you either, because you average 3 points a game in fucking high school. 3 points a game, but you won't hear talking about what LeBron James can't do, what Kobe Bryant can't do, what this person can't do, and what Shaquille should have did. You bald-headed motherfucker. And then the audacity for you to open your mouth about Jasmine Crocket.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
Shout out to my brother Raj Will in the chat, man. I can't believe a buck-broken, bald-headed, old senior citizen ass Stephen A. Smith will even open up his dick suckers to talk about Jasmine Crocket. Now, Stephen A. Smith, being the bandit that he is, instead of him apologizing and saying, you know what, I was clearly wrong, I shouldn't have said that shit about her, that shit wasn't cool, it was damn near racist. Nope. He doubled down. So let me go ahead and play this for you, because he said he had to endure a whole bunch of violence this week. He had to endure.
A little bit earlier this week, after what I've had to endure this weekend. What I had to endure.
Now, I'm going to show you guys. I am watching the Stephen A. Smith show. You guys can see it right here. I just don't have the video showing to you guys because these bigger YouTubers, they came into our space and then they'll just try to copyright strike us for doing basic shit like commentary. So, no. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's listen.
This weekend, where an abundance of people talking a whole lot of stuff about me because they did not like what I had to say about Representative Jasmine Crocket. She is a Democrat out of Texas.
Now you want to give her some respect. Now you want to call her a representative. You didn't say all of that last time you were saying her name. Now you want to put some respect to her name. You better say it, bitch.
Period.
Texas's 30th congressional district. Her work, and her verbiage and all of that stuff speaks for itself. And she has become, a big time public figure in essence, not just as a representative, but speaking out on a plethora of issues involving.
Speaking out or actually putting in work. You're still undermining what she has done as a civil rights attorney. You're still undermining what she has done as a black woman in Texas who founded her own law firm. You're still undermining what she has done when she was elected to Congress after being endorsed by former Congresswoman Eddie Bernice Johnson. You're still undermining those things, but it don't surprise me. Black men are some of the most insecure males on the planet. Y'all talk about black women on a daily fucking basis. Instead of doing what y'all got to do, what we should be doing to compete with the white man, to compete with everybody else, to make sure that we raise the 4th grade reading level higher, to make sure that we stop crime in Chicago, stop crime in Detroit, stop crime in Compton, stop crime in Watts, stop crime in Oakland. Nope. No, our main problem is black women. Black women are our main problem.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
No, you cannot, Kevin. I wish we could. I wish, yeah, babe. I'm going back full simp god mode. Don't worry about it, babe. You're gonna get your simp god back. Because I have a major problem with a black woman like Jasmine Crocket going to school, getting a law degree, getting a JD, open up her own firm, going directly, bro, she became a civil rights attorney, which means she's trying to do right by people. She could have went into business litigation, a million different fucking things. She wanted to help people. She wanted to fight for civil rights. And now to have a buck broken bandit on ESPN, somebody that millions of black boys and black niggas listen to every single day, to have him as a fucking spokesperson talking shit about Jasmine Crocket, I am not here for it. Period. But let's hear more of what this Naker has to say.
The current administration in the White House, et cetera, et cetera. And I made some noise last week because I had the temerity, the unmitigated gall, to say this about Representative Crocket when talking about the state of our politics in the midst of a government shutdown, by the way, that has unfolded since October 1st. Take a listen to what I had to say last week, please. You Jasmine Crocket or somebody like that. Ladies, I respect intelligent women, no doubt. But how a Jasmine Crocket chooses to express herself, I'm like, is that going to help your district in Texas?
We already saw this. What you guys say? What you guys say for yourself, Stephen?
Get exhausted. Because nothing frustrates me more than when people have the truth at their disposal and they choose, maybe not lie, maybe not even embellish, but allow their emotions to usurp facts, and all of a sudden want to use that as an excuse to label me as being something and doing something.
Well, what?
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
Shut up, silly woman.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
Were you not being emotional when you were inaccurately describing Jasmine Crocket, when you were talking about her vernacular and the only thing she do is talk shit about Donald Trump? Was that you acting rashly, or was that you acting out of emotion? And I'm saying this, Stephen A. Smith, understand who you might be listening to. If you ever come across this video, bro, I've been listening to you since I was a young boy. I've been listening to you since, quite frankly, when you was the main person that was rooting for Kobe when the world was against Kobe. I was a fan, and I know so much about your career that I know that you are the exclusive. Like, if I want to talk to anybody about Allen Iverson, there's not a person in basketball that know about his career more than Stephen A. Smith, because Stephen A. Smith was in Philadelphia covering it. That's a fact. But what I will not allow you to do, as I have become a man, is to attack a black woman. Attack a black woman who, really, to be honest, she hasn't done anything outside of trying to help people in Texas get out of jail, fight for their civil rights, make sure that black women can do stuff like wear whatever hairstyle they want to wear. Bro, do you know that Jasmine Crocket, when she was an attorney, she handled over 500 cases herself, bro? I'm not talking about her firm. Her firm handled thousands. But herself, bro, I don't like that shit. It's the same shit y'all said about Kamala Harris. Oh, Kamala Harris this, Kamala Harris. Shut the fuck up. Kamala Harris is a real one. Kamala Harris went to a HBCU. Kamala Harris is a part of one of the greatest, if not the greatest, one of the greatest sororities of all time. A district attorney, a state attorney. Come on, dog. Can we give these black women a fucking credit, bro? But let somebody like Anton's daughter grow up and do what Kamala did. Oh, she's a goddess. Come on, man. Y'all some disingenuous motherfuckers, bro. I'm gonna listen to 2 more minutes of this Stephen A. Smith shit because he's starting to piss me off.
I'm neither not nor have I done, which in this case is disrespecting Representative Crocket out of Texas, who, by the way, has had an invite to this show for weeks, by the way. Governors Josh Shapiro and Spencer Cox came on this show. Senator Lindsey Graham came on this show. Joe Manchin, now retired, came on this show. Bill O'Reilly, Bill Maher came on this show. Okay? And more coming. And she has an invite. And AOC has an invite. Hakeem Jeffries, Democratic House leader, he just was on this show. I've invited Jasmine Crocket. I have nothing but respect for her. I just disagree on what she's making headlines for because I think it's counterproductive to the ultimate goal. But yet, here we are, and the word disrespect comes in, and people try to engage with words, like disrespect and implying misogyny and all of this other nonsense. Stop it. Stop it. Can we be grown-ups and deal with what the real issue is involving what I said? Willie D, Roland Martin.
Oh, damn. So he got, I gotta show y'all this. So he calling out Willie D specifically. He got his whole goddamn comment on the damn screen. God damn, Stephen A. I know that's not Stan. So we got to read this. Hold on, y'all. I'm sending a message. Okay, so let me read this message. Then I'm going to go back to my private stuff. So this is what Stephen A. said. He posted Willie D's commentary about Stephen A. message about the whole Jasmine Crocket shit. So he says, Stephen A. taking shots at, I quote, Stephen A. taking shots at Jasmine Crocket ain't just messy, it's weak. Dude is sitting on one of the biggest mics in America, and instead of using it to uplift, he's tearing down a black woman who's out there putting in real work. That ain't critique, that's betrayal. Jasmine Crocket ain't the problem. She's the kind of woman who walks in rooms full of snakes and makes the snakes flinch. Meanwhile, Stephen A. Smith, he a whole ass nigga, he's showing us what happens when the paychecks get louder than the principal. When the paychecks get louder than the principal. That sucker shit straight up. Ooh. Willie D old ass coming with that smoke. Is that Stanley Stan Cross? Man, shout out to you, Stanley. Shout out to my wife over there in the chat, Raj Will. Yeah, he mad as hell, Fear. He mad than a motherfucker. Let's go back to the video.
Bakari Sellers and Angela Rye, who I have profound respect for. I mean, the list goes on and on with all of these people. I don't have their names in front of me to my producer that texted to me. I don't have my phone on me right now. So I apologize for not having those names in front of me. But I'm what are we talking about? How's it disrespectful to say what I said? Could you just disagree? Could we just say, yo, Stephen A., I disagree with you. Here's why.
No, we can't just say that because you're grifting. And like I'm trying to tell this person I'm talking to now, grifting is a problem. We can't just leave it alone. It's going to get ugly. It's going to stay ugly. Oh, shout out to Stan the man. If that's you, Stan, come up here, bro. I just want to say shout out to you for always, because me and Stan can have back and forth, but we don't have to betray each other. We don't have to stab each other in the back. What you did was you stabbed Jasmine Crocket and every other black woman in the back in the nation when you talked about Jasmine Crocket, when you talked about her in this inaccurate manner to make it seem like she was just some ghetto black woman talking shit about Trump. And again, she's not a civil rights attorney. She must not be the founder and creator of her own law firm. She must never graduated with her JD, right? She must have never been elected to the House of Representatives. Stephen A. Smith, you have done nothing except cover sports. Your whole life is about watching men shoot balls, throw balls. That's your whole fucking life. All right, man, let me calm down. But no, we can't let that shit slide. We can't just say we disagree with you, Steven. No, pussy, you're a grifter, and if you know what, let me calm down. Let me press play. Fuck this.
We got Willie D. Put up that quote, please. He's putting out quotes or text or tweets about me. Let's see that again. Stephen A. Smith taking shots at Jasmine Crocket ain't just messy, it's weak. Dude is sitting on one of the biggest mics in America, and instead of using it to uplift, he's tearing down a black woman who's out here putting in real work. That ain't critique, that's betrayal. Jasmine Crocket ain't the problem. She's the kind of woman who walks into rooms full of snakes and makes the snakes flinch. Meanwhile, Steven's showing what happens when the paycheck gets louder than the principal. That's sucker shit, straight up, end quote. Wow, Willie D. You sure are uplifting. I mean, I got to be touched. That was inspirational. Really, that really, really was. That was inspirational. I'm doing sucker shit. That's what you call inspirational? That's what you call uplifting?
I ain't never heard Stephen A. talk like this, dog. I ain't never heard Stephen A. talk like that. Listen, you are doing sucker shit. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. We can't ignore it. You are doing sucker shit. We got to call you out. Like when I did some fuck shit, shout out to Fear, shout out to Simp Nation for holding me accountable. Shout out to Stan the Man for holding me accountable, dog. And when he get up here as men, I hope that we can talk about it, because I'm gonna ask him like, what made him not talk about my child and shit like that and just hold me accountable? Because a lot of niggas couldn't do that. But I appreciate Stan, little do he know, because I think that when people don't, like, especially men, when we don't hold each other accountable, especially the OGs holding us younger dudes accountable, it's always going to be a problem. So when I hear OGs like Stan, or like when Angry Man and Izzy Bands came to me, hey, bro, can you stop doing certain shit? Can you stop going to war? And if you're going to go to war, can you leave the kids out of it? Can you leave the families out of it? All right, bro, fine. Fuck it, fine. But they talk about my kids. It don't matter, bro. Right? You got to be a man. You stop making excuses and stop doing shit based on what other niggas doing. And originally, I just get mad at Stan, like, man, nigga, fuck you. But eventually, I really sat back and I self-reflected, and that shit, you know what, he right, nigga. I'm a father, I'm a husband. I'm the oldest of my father's and mother's kids. I have a responsibility to them. Stephen A., you was on whole shit, bro. Every black man alive should be holding Jasmine Crocket down. We should have nothing but good things to say about Jasmine Crocket, period, my nigga.
Really?
Yeah, nigga, you a coon.
I haven't heard everything that Roland Martin said, DL Hughley.
Don't speak on Roland Martin. Don't speak on no member of Alpha Phi Alpha, period. I don't want to hear nothing bad about Roland Martin from nobody. Nobody.
He had to say, and all the other names that I mentioned, but I'm sure it's along the same lines. None but respect. First of all, I'm gonna be very, very careful about anything that I say about Roland Martin because he's a friend. I'm gonna be careful about anything that I say about DL Hughley because I have respect for that man. We've spoken a few months ago. I got nothing but love for him. I am concerned about him not making people laugh and smile as much anymore as he used to, because he's more of an activist now than a comedian, but that's a choice and that's his right, and nothing but love for him and respect. And anybody else too. My issue with Bakari Sellers is how he talked about me without ever speaking out or reaching out, because you don't like a position that I took before or whatever, but you want to come on and sell your book after. See, I don't play that nonsense. I don't like that. Disagree with what I said. Say why without all the other nonsense. Got nothing but respect. Willie D got over 1 million subscribers. Man, props to you. Doing your thing. Wishing you nothing but the best. Not getting into all that nonsense. But let's deal with what I was saying, please. Can we do that? Can we be real? So let's take it. Let's take it back. Let's look at the resume of Jasmine Crocket, 30th Congressional District. By the way, the two senators that represent Texas is Senator John Cornyn and Ted Cruz, both Republicans. I'm so surprised. I'm so surprised. Okay. So you got them in Texas and they're doing their thing, right? What are we talking about here in terms of Jasmine Crockett's district? 750,000 North Texans.
Oh my God. Here we go, bro. What's good, Gore? I'm done with this nigga Stephen A. Smith. I don't want to hear no more of your goofy ass shit, bro. What's up, K-Love? Why can't you just apologize about what the fuck you said, bro? Now we can go cook Anton, bitch ass. You just in time, Gore. We're going from one black bandit to the next one. So, Anton on his other channel, Darth Anton. You know, sometimes I catch those videos. You know, I might get a little, I get a new subscription or whatever, and I say, okay, let's see what Anton's talking about. So, I'm going to show you guys this, right? I gotta take the video. I gotta take the thumbnail down so you guys can see this. It's this. You're gonna laugh. It's gonna tickle y'all, right? So even Anton knows Detroit don't respect him. The title of the video is "City of Detroit Doesn't Respect Me. Why didn't I get an invite to the Hudson's opening?" Now let me give some context to that, right? So the Hudson that just opened downtown, right, is these big ass apartments. They're like the biggest apartments downtown Detroit, right? Super beautiful fucking apartments, right? Here it is, Anton in Detroit, downtown, where anybody can go down there and go for a walk, right? Just like I can go downtown Chicago and go for a walk, right? He go down there and he cries. He cries for 10 whole fucking minutes about how he's doing everything for the community, and he's the only Detroit or Michigander who has over 1 million subscribers, so he should have got an invite. What he failed to realize is nobody still knows who the fuck you are, and nobody want to see a fat little chubby black man from YouTube who hate black women running around the Hudson. All right, so if y'all want to see the video and you want me to take down the thumbnail, put a 1 in the chat. All right, if you actually want to see the crying. If not, I'm gonna keep the thumbnail up for now, and let's hear it.
Stranger here in Metro Detroit. What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate y'all for continuing to rock with me. I love coming out here by the water and praying. Prior to me heading into the studio, I'm actually waiting on them to pull up my car. But oh,
and they want to see it. God damn it. All right. Okay. Here you go, Nay.
Recently crossed 1 million subscribers. I talked about it a little bit on my last vlog. And I had somebody that called me that I had known for a long time, but I haven't talked to in a long time. And you know, life just happens, you separate and they go their way, you go your way. And it's not that love is lost. It's more like y'all just living your own lives and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there and I'm kicking it with him on the phone. And he's like, so what you about to do? What you about to, you know what I'm saying? What you about to get into? What's the word? What we doing, bro? We got to connect. We got to do this. We got to do that.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm about to get back to work.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. So before Anton get into why he's upset and why the city of Detroit doesn't respect him, of course, first he's going to do his annual shit on other black people and make it seem like they just want to pop bottles and go to the club. And he just want to, you know, get money and go back to work like a good old black man supposed to. So let's listen to that part first. And then we'll hear Anton cry about why these white people that he loves so much forgot to invite him to the Hudson building.
You know, I got this that I want to do. I want to grow to this number, and I want to do this, and I want to do that. And me hitting 1 million subscribers on the Anton Daniels channel was only the beginning. That's not where the goal is. You know what I'm saying? Once you, and he's like, what you mean? And I said, once you reach certain milestones, in order for you to continue to have life, in order for you to continue to have motivation,
right,
you got to keep pushing. You know what I'm saying?
Anton has made a killing off convincing stupider people than him and more poor people than him that he know what the fuck he talking about. I'm not gonna say a young lady's name, right? But there was once he had an older princess back in the day. When I met her, she said, well, Anton, he said he got 100 homes in Detroit. He give away a $200,000 every month. I said, who? Anton? You talking about little fat Anton from Lapeef? I said, no, that nigga don't even live in Detroit. I'm in Detroit now. Nah. Yeah. So she joined his Patreon only to later on make a video saying that his Patreon was basic information, that if you just like in his Patreon, he would be teaching niggas like, what is a stock? A stock is a share of a company. Right? So he'd be given one like economics 101 type level shit and acting like he's educating people. That's why when you meet these quote unquote bag chasers, none of them are actually making money. Like none of them have been able to say they've made more than $10,000 fucking with Anton. Right? But let me finish playing the rest of this. I'm cracking myself up this morning. I'm sorry.
Man. And he was like, well, we're going to be over here, you know what I'm saying, doing what we do, and then we're going to do. And then I realized, like, it just hit me right in and there.
Right.
That most people,
right,
they like the look of it, they want it, but they don't actually want to do what it takes to get there.
They don't want to be like you, Tom Dog. They like the look of success, but they don't want to work like you to be successful. They don't got the work ethic it takes to go sit down on a river and talk for 10 minutes. They don't got that work ethic, Anton.
And that's why 99% of most people are just going to stay normal, or they're going to stay below average, and they'll never really get to the...
You're talking about like the man who, could you say average or below average? You're talking about the man who has average education. You're talking about the man who lives in an average city. You're talking about the man who has an average wife. You're talking about the man who, despite being 1 million subscribers on YouTube, is an average citizen that nobody fucking knows in Detroit. You talking about that man? Okay. Not to mention average height. Okay. Weight. Average fat nigga. Okay.
Place that they supposed to be based off of their talent. The Hudson's building got a grand opening. A lot of people...
Not driving through downtown with the camera showing. So he was upset that they didn't invite him. Let's hear it now.
Not familiar with the Hudson's, but the Hudson's building, the Hudson site had been imploded, obviously because of the downturn of everything that was happening in Detroit since the 60s all the way up into the 2000s. And now we've kind of had a resurgence, right? A lot of investment, a lot of money, a lot of growth, 11 consecutive quarters of a budget surplus, and everything is going really, really well inside of the city. And, you know, so they rebuilt the Hudson's building, and then I'm also looking to possibly buy a spot at the top of the Hudson's building, because it's like two sections. One section is like corporate, all of that type of stuff, and then the other section is like hotel, and then at the very top it's gonna be condos / residences, right? But I didn't get an invite, and I don't understand that. How am I, right? Because now numbers matter. Now the numbers...
What? What'd you say?
And then at the very top it's gonna be condos / residences, right? But I didn't get an invite, and I don't understand that. How am I, right? Because now numbers matter. Now the numbers...
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
Anton, we try to tell you niggas 1 million times. I try to tell all the Anton fans. They don't know this nigga in Detroit, bro. He been lying to y'all. He played y'all. He had y'all thinking that he was Meech and fucking Terry. Nobody know this dude, bro. Bro, that nigga Meech was behind a cell for the last 20 years. And niggas talked about him on a daily basis, bro. Niggas don't know Anton. I try to tell, again, some of his older princesses that. But you know, it's so easy to sell lies to these people, right? It's so, because the truth is not as entertaining as the lie. That's why, remember that real estate nigga Jay Morrison? Yeah. Remember back in the day he was scamming everybody? Mm-hmm. Telling everybody, oh, I'm going to show you how to build 2,000 properties with just $1. Bad credit, all type of shit. Shit that we know as people that's trying to buy one house. That's not realistic, my nigga. Right? But hey, man, if Anton type of nigga that if you gonna buy it, he'll tell you he got a bridge in Brooklyn, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm talking about, man. This nigga would sell Raid to a bug if he could. Man, stop playing.
Can speak for itself. And it's going to benefit me in some other ways, and so we're leveraging that. But here's my question. How do I not get an invite to the opening of the Hudsons? I had some people hit me up, and Rita was letting me know, and she's like, Anton, you know, the Hudson's building is opening this and so on and so forth. I'm like, so what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to ask for an invite? Am I supposed to, you know, because it's like the grand opening, it's like a really big deal down here in Detroit. And it's like, how do I not get an invite? How do I not get contacted for all of these different things, considering, and this is just a...
Bro, you not getting an invite. It's over. Never mind, I ain't gonna say that, but like Kevin Samuels used to tell y'all niggas, if you, maybe some of y'all niggas should pay like a beautiful escort. You know what I'm saying? You might get invited more places. Some of y'all niggas just ain't got the right partner. You know what I'm saying? Look at Fear. I almost bought into Jay Morrison. God damn, Fear. He almost got you, dog. Man, that nigga Jay Morrison was top tier scammer. This nigga might be scammer of the century. No cap, bro. That nigga made millions off people. Buying luxury suits and shit. Buying Rolls Royces and shit. Anton doing the same thing. I'm gonna find a video, but one day I was talking to this nigga named Victor Freeze. He was an Anton Patreon type nigga, right? I went over there. I said, "How much money have you made with Anton?" He said, "Nothing. I haven't got paid nothing yet." I said, "What you mean yet?" He said, "Well, the thing is, I ain't get paid nothing, but one of these days I'm going to make money. I just got to keep putting in the work." So I said, "You gonna keep paying a nigga and you ain't getting paid? That's like me going to the drug nigga, reading up with no drugs to sell. I'm not getting no what? So you reading up every month, right? Yeah, nigga. And you haven't made a dime, nigga. So you in a negative, nigga." All right, bro. That's what I'm saying. But these black dudes, the only thing you gotta tell these niggas is black women are the problem. And I swear to God, you can sell merchandise, Patreon tickets, all kind of shit. They meeting up in person. They had a manosphere conclave, right? They didn't have a gold and oil conclave. They didn't have an education conclave. They didn't have a how to be better husbands conclave. They didn't have a let's stop the crime conclave. They didn't have a let's get black men to get the same sentence as white men for the same crimes conclave. No, they had a manosphere conclave so they can meet up and talk about the problem that is allegedly black women. And now you wonder why the white man don't want to invite you to big millionaire, billionaire type shit. You ain't nobody.
Truth, right? Now I can kind of pop my collar a little bit and talk about it, and y'all can let me know inside of the comments.
No, no, you can't. You can flex on Aaron O or these little niggas, but it's clear that the people at the Hudson don't care about you, because talking about black women it's probably not something that they're into all fucking day. That's probably not their thing, bro. You understand me? That's why you getting all this pushback you get now, Time Dog. Before we keep going with Anton video, pouring out his guts to the internet, need you guys to hit the Cash App. And if you guys don't, I got a message for you from Sharon Bracey.
For clout. That is the solution to this. The solution, Ed, is for you to send a goddamn 99-cent super sticker. So this way I don't have to go to Brokeback Mountain. That shit crazy. The problem is that we are not so.
Yeah, the problem is that niggas willing to go to Brokeback Mountain if they don't get a Cash App. Shit is absolutely insane. Stan the man, what's up, bro?
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Who is this?
No, it's Stanley.
Nah, nigga, I don't know you, cuz you booted, nigga. Who is this?
It's Stanley. Stanley versus the world.
Yeah, I don't know you, doggy. And you sound like you one of them other types. Them Charlie Kirks. See how I kicked that nigga out immediately. Yeah, this is Stanley, buddy. Who? I said, where you Stan the man, dog? Stan versus the world. Who the fuck is you? Let me tell y'all right now, dog. Let me tell y'all, I'm not the one. I'm not Anton. You can't come over here and thinking you gonna have your way with me, dog. I'm really from Detroit, my baby. Don't give a fuck about your type. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk, pussy. Y'all gotta relax, dog. And next time y'all see that nigga in the chat, ban his bitch ass. I don't know you, cuz. That nigga got a wrench over here? Go ahead and time that nigga out. I saw him on T's channel. Caleb, this is a white man. Yeah, I don't know you, Stanley. It's given. No, I don't know you. Put that nigga in time out. Yeah, this is not 1972 or this is not 1772. None of that. You got like fucked up, boy. We don't do that over here. You gotta stay over there with your people. God damn it. I can tell by his voice. I can tell by his voice, K-Love is over. It's over. Now, if you want, now the white woman can come over here, but we don't want to hear nothing from the oppressors. Absolutely not.
What y'all think about it? How do I not get an invite when I am literally doing more views than anybody inside of the city? It's fun.
Nobody gives a fuck, Anton. You got to stop crying. How do I not get an invite when I'm literally doing more views than anybody else? Because nobody gives a fuck about you. That's why. That's why. That's why you're not getting invited on here, Anton.
Funny because I put a post up on just the truth, right? Now I can kind of pop my collar a little bit and talk about it, and y'all can let me know inside of the comments what y'all think about it. How do I not get an invite when I am literally doing more views than anybody inside of the city? It's funny because I put a post up on Instagram and I put a post up in the comments and the posts, you know, on YouTube or whatever, and I'm like, yep, I'm the first person born, raised, and is still in the city to ever hit 1 million subscribers, and that's a big deal for us.
Lies.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
Anton, I vowed the last time you and I spoke to never speak about your family, etc., etc. And I'm going to keep that vow because unlike you, I am a man of my word. However, right? I also told you that I will criticize you on your videos and then I will critique you under the guise of fair use, right? So when you say I grew up in Detroit, born and bred, no, you didn't. You grew up in Waterford, Michigan. Anton Daniels grew up in Waterford, Michigan. You went to school in Waterford, Michigan. Period. Period. Let's stop playing these games.
Maybe not for y'all out there in LA, maybe y'all for not, you know, in New York or Miami or whatever, where it's a lot of clout. But here in the city, it's a big deal to stay in the city because a lot of times we have a brain drain. And people are like, no, this person is from there and this person. No, they're not. No,
you're not from Detroit. Period. A lot of, and that's part of the reason why the city won't back you up. That's one of the, like Anton, that's one of the main reasons why the city won't back you up. It's one of the main reasons why Vezo not backing you up, Peasy not backing you up, Payroll and them not backing you up. Right? The streets don't fuck with you, bro. Yeah, that nigga not even from, that's not even Metro Detroit. The nigga in a whole different part of Michigan. Bro, you from Waterford, bro. And I don't want to get into how I found that out because that might be crossing the line. All I will say is this. Me and Anton used to go at it, and I found out some information about one of his family members. And upon reading it, I found out that they were all raised in Waterford, Michigan. Right? I'm not gonna say which family member it was because I don't want to be disrespectful. But if you know, you know. Right? At the end of the day, Anton, that was the first time Anton called me, was like, dog, why you post, et cetera, et cetera. I was like, hey, my nigga, why the fuck? The real question is why you running around this bitch lying? That's the real question. I can go back to my high school transcripts, elementary, nigga. I can put my birth certificate up, all that shit. Detroit, nigga. Riverview Hospital, nigga. You feel me? Like, the reason why I never liked Anton, to be perfectly honest, was because he's such a liar. And to associate yourself with my city, nigga, is disappointing. Because when people see you, they think that Detroiters are liars now, that they hate black women. When that's not the case, we love black women. We don't like fuck niggas, and that's why you wasn't invited. Motherfucking Hudson shit, bro. The city don't fuck with you. Let's go.
They're not. They from South Lyon. They from
what?
No, they're not. No, they're not. They from South Lyon. They from, all over. They in
Waterford. Nigga, you basically from South Lyon.
Madison Heights. They all the way in Novi and all of that.
Nigga.
They wasn't born here. They don't live here.
You wasn't born in Detroit. Your daughter wasn't born in Detroit. Your wife wasn't born in Detroit. Y'all niggas is fakers, bro. That's why the city don't fuck with you.
Even DDG, right? Because I love DDG.
Now you want to comment on DDG. DDG name is Pontiac made, nigga. Pontiac made DDG. Everybody know he from Pontiac. Niggas always hating.
DDG, I think he dope, and I celebrate him. First of all, he not here.
Don't celebrate DDG.
He out there in LA, and he from Pontiac. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't even realize that, and this is no shade to nobody in particular. A lot of people don't realize that just because you from Michigan or just because you from the Detroit area, don't mean that you was born and raised in Detroit, don't mean that you went to school in Detroit, and it don't mean that you even stand here in Detroit. A lot of people not even in Michigan. And so for me, it's a big deal because most people got to leave to get on. Most people got to.
But you're not on. That's if you was on, you would have got invited. Anyway, man. My wife says, why are you lying as if he celebrated DDG? Trying to pull some clout, summon that young clout. Yeah, bet he trying to use DDG name to get some clout, bro. Like all these old ass niggas be doing. Bro, if you was really on, DDG would have fucked with you right now. DDG be in Michigan all the time. You know why he don't fuck with you? Because you bad for business. They got real brand deals and shit. You know what you do every day? Talk shit about black people. Talk shit about immigrants. Suck on Trump, you know what? Right? That's all you do. You can't help their brand out. Absolutely not, bro. Let's keep going. A little bit more of this.
Dip out and get their clout elsewhere. And then it's like, oh, no, you from Detroit. No, you from Detroit. And all of this other stuff. No, a lot of people get up out of here. And again, you got to do what you got to do in order to make it. So it's not what it is. But when it comes to actual real Detroiters and real people living in the city and real people that never left, never even left Michigan, but actually born and raised here. I went to Cass Tech, all of that stuff. That matters.
Cass Tech? Where did you graduate from? Fuck where you went to, nigga. Where did you graduate from? Waterford High School, cuz. You graduated with white people. You ain't graduated from Cass Tech. Let me tell you how I know. Cass Tech don't produce. Cass Tech is one of the most prestigious schools ever in Michigan. They don't produce C students, and most of the kids that go to Cass Tech, they go to college like on full rise and shit. How would I know? Because my two sisters graduated from Cass Tech. I can prove this. My sisters graduated from Cass Tech. I can prove this. What you talking about? Boys be on here lying, dog. about everything.
And again, I'm trying to figure out, how do I not get an invite to one of the biggest openings in the city? I don't know, maybe 32 gigs or something like that. Yeah, right here. I'm right here on the corner of Grand River and Woodward. It's nice and vibrant. It's a lot of people out. Even with the weather the way that it is, it's pretty cool. So they recently put the GM sign on the building, and then there's a lot of other people that are going into the building right now. And it's a lot happening out here. So I love my city. A lot of people don't really understand what's going on here. It's a lot happening with the culture. It's a lot of...
They don't love you. They don't fuck with you. You're a loser. Imagine being almost 50 years old, crying online, walking downtown by yourself without your wife, crying about not getting an invite from the white man. Them niggas ain't give me no invite, cuz. But bro, you're the biggest thing since fucking Tupac Shakur. Yeah, man. They still ain't give me an invite. But they invite Kamala Harris or one of those extreme leftists. Once y'all start having real nigga content, bro, maybe you'll get invited to real nigga spaces. They don't want to fuck with you. You and Jesse P. What's that bum ass nigga name? Jesse Peterson Lee, whatever. Y'all was on Dr. Phil talking about some black people don't do shit in the country. They don't invent shit, which is clearly like a basic lie, bro. Okay, Gore says, I think he must have taken the DDG class on clout chasing. Perhaps. Because that nigga for sure clout chasing, bro. When I saw this shit, I was disappointed in Anton because I don't know Anton to sit around and cry about some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? He not cool. But at least I thought that he would be on some, you know, some chill shit. Yeah, bro, they was on some bullshit, bro. They tried to take my motherfucking money, bro. You know what I'm saying? They didn't invite. Bro, you don't give a fuck. You supposed to be like, yeah, nigga, so what? I'm gonna have my own shit. I'm still gonna be on some rich player shit. But to cry about not being able to get into a fucking party, bro, at 50, to me, I just think that's absurd, bro. I absolutely do. Now, let me ask y'all something. Do you guys want to continue on doing 12-hour stream, or should I take a break, come back, get refreshed, do these different segments throughout the day, get some other work done? Because that's what I plan to do, right? But at the same time, y'all know how this goes. I got $100 goal every time we go live. I'm going back to trying to get back into consistent streaming, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I will not do it unless I'm being paid. I love to shit on some of these bandits, but not no more than 2 hours, right? Especially if we're not being paid, because I'm eating my breakfast, I'm enjoying my morning, but we need to be paid, okay? So I'm gonna play the Sharon Brokeback Mountain piece again, okay? To incentivize y'all.
For clout. That is the solution to this. The solution, Ed, is for you to send a goddamn 99-cent super sticker. So this way I don't have to go to Brokeback Mountain. That shit crazy.
Do y'all want Sharon going to Brokeback Mountain? If not, make sure you send a fucking super chat. But with that being said, I am out of here. Please share this video, guys. The goal is to get to 500 subscribers by the end of next week. And after that, we'll be monetized. Super chats, memberships, on camera memberships, like where I be on camera. My wife will be on camera. We'll talk about certain stuff that the public won't have access to. Let's make that happen. We love you, Jasmine Crocket. Fuck you, Anton and Stephen A. Smith. With that being said, we're out of here.